إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعينه ونستنصره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صفيه وخليله بعثه الله هاديا ومبشرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا، فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين. أما بعد، أيها الإخوة المؤمنون، أيتها الأخوات المؤمنات، الله عز وجل أمر بالعدل وحكمه العدل، وقامت السماوات والأرض بالعدل. فالله عز وجل قال: الرحمن علم القرآن، خلق الإنسان علمه البيان، الشمس والقمر بحسبان، والنجم والشجر يسجدان، والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان. وضع الميزان، رفع السماء، ثم وضع في الأرض الميزان، وضع في الأرض العدل، ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. فالميزان ليس كما يعتقد الناس. ممكن الناس يريدوا الوزن انه بنزين، نقيم الوزن بالقسط، معنى انه الاشياء التي نزينها. هذه الايه معناها العدل، يعني الميزان هو القياس الذي تقيس به افعالك. فميزان الفعل، ميزان القول، وميزان الاعتقاد. العدل في الفعل، العدل في القول، العدل في الاعتقاد. هكذا قامت السماوات والأرض. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised the heavens and created the seven heavens with the earth on the establishment of adl, balance, justice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in Surah Al-Qamar, we have Surah Al-Qamar, then after that we have Surah Al-Rahman. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warning people in Surah Al-Qamar about His power, that He can do whatever He wants. So the beginning of the surah make people on alert. After Surah Al-Qamar, there is Surah Al-Rahman, the most merciful. So after this alert, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease us by sending us Surah Al-Rahman. But in Surah Al-Rahman, the most merciful, and no one he called Al-Rahman, when Musaylam al-Kazzab tried to call him Al-Rahman, that the people, they used to call him Kazzab, the liar. Because the only God that used this name, Al-Rahman, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So قُلُ ادْعُوا اللَّهَ أَوْ ادْعُوا الرَّحْمَنَ أَيًّا مَا تَدْعُوا فَلَهُ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى. So Lord Ar-Rahman is the most merciful. So He's telling us in Surah Ar-Rahman that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala خلق السماء, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the heavens, the sky, and He raised it up, and He put an arm in this earth. He put mizan, balance. أَلَّا تَطْغَوْا فِي الْمِيزَانِ, to establish balance on earth. أَلَّا تَطْغَوْا فِي الْمِيزَانِ وَأَقِيمُوا الْوَزْنَ بِالْقِسْطِ وَلَا تُخْسِرُوا الْمِيزَانِ. If you weigh something, weigh it in fairness, in adl, and do not mischief on earth by playing with the mizan. So brothers and sisters, we're not going to talk about dhulm, because dhulm today, unfairness and injustice, you can see it everywhere. But adl, we're going to talk about adl because adl is becoming now a little. If you look around us in this world today, that you can see unfairness and injustice being practiced in many corners, on many occasions, and on all levels, that you can see dhulm. So we'll be talking about adl and emphasize on the adl to learn this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent His book and His messengers, His books and His messengers, actually to establish an adl. that this issue, إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you to establish adl, because He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-adil. Why is that? When the adl becoming a little, and dhulm and firmness and justice becoming on the surface, and you can see it everywhere, this is warning. Society will collapse. Communities will collapse. Communities will collapse. Society will collapse. Nations will collapse. And you can see that the issues in time of Jahiliyyah, we call it Jahiliyyah, the people, they do not know Jahl, even though they are smart. So, but Jahiliyyah, why is the Jahiliyyah? Because they did not know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They did not establish what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. So they are in age of darkness. But their age of darkness, if you compare it to our age, that their age may be still better than our age today. So in time of Jahiliyyah, there is no understanding for the meaning of justice. People used to kill one another for no reason. Tribes against the tribes. And not only that, the same tribe might attack its own if they did not find anyone to attack. So this is Jahiliyyah. And they used to worship 360 idols. And if you ask them, why are you worshiping 360 idols? They said, they bring us closer to Allah. But did that stop the war between them? It's actually created more war. And they were killing one another with the 360 idols that they worship. And in today's life, brothers and sisters, we can see unfairness and injustice being spread widely. So we need to restore justice in all levels. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to establish al-adl. And look at this shift from the time of Jahiliyyah to time of Islam. Umar al-Khattab, as an example. Umar al-Khattab, one person, he's the son of Amr ibn al-As. He's the son of Amr ibn al-As. He's a leader. And his son also will be respected. Amr ibn al-As is the one who's ruling Egypt in that time. And his son was raising with a non-Muslim, they said there's a Christian, Qibtis. He was raising with him, and he was doing some competition with him, who's going to win in this race. So the non-Muslims won. And the son of Umar al-Khattab, he came to him and he hit him. The son of Amr ibn al-As. The son of Amr ibn al-As. So he hit him. So when he hit him, the father of that person who was hit went to complain to Umar al-Khattab. He said, I was hit. So he's not the father, he himself. He went to Al-Madinah and he told Umar al-Khattab, I was hit by the son of Amr ibn al-As. And you know, to travel from Egypt to Al-Madinah in that weather is not easy. 500 kilometers. About 500 kilometers if you cut it right away. So 500 kilometers, this person to travel from Egypt to Al-Madinah for only that he was hit. One person was hit. And he went and he found Umar al-Khattab doing in Hajj. So he went to him in Hajj. And he was looking for Umar al-Khattab, and he's not Muslims. Because they allow him to enter because he has a case. When he entered, he said, what do you have? He said, I was hit by the son of Amr ibn al-As. Because I won and he hit me. Umar al-Khattab sent Muhammad bin Salam, his leader. And he sent him to Egypt to bring who? To bring Al-As ibn al-As. They called him in the letter. He said, this letter to Al-As ibn al-As. That he indicating that you did sin, As from word Ma'siyah. Al-As ibn al-As. So both of you should come. So they called the father and his son. You know who's calling? He's calling the ruler of Egypt in that time. He said, through Muhammad bin Salama. So they brought him with his father, Amr ibn al-As. This is only an example about the justice system and the Islamic ruling prior to darkness, to Jahiliyyah. He said, this man accusing your son that he hit him. And I want your son to say, is that happened or not? And Umar Khattab, when he said it, by his look, people used to be scared from his look. He's performing justice. And he's the father of justice, Abu al-Adala. So the son of Abu al-As, they used to be truthful. They don't hide, they don't tell you 100 stories around it. As today, if we want to listen to wife and husband, if you want to listen to wife and husband, you hear 200 stories from every side. And it's very difficult to find solution for it. But in the old time, if they did something, they said, yes, I did it, that's it. The son of Abu al-As, he said, yes, I hit him. And he said, what did you tell him? What did you tell him when you were hitting him? He said, I hit him and I told him, خُذْهَا وَأَنَا ابْنُ الْأَكْرَمِينَ. I hit him and I told him, I am the son of Akramin, of the people who has high status of Akramin. I am the son of Amr ibn al-As, and my family is rooted, big family, noble family, loyal family. This is when I hit him. He said, you said that to him? He said, yes. He asked the person who's not Muslim to hit the son of Amr ibn al-As. This man came and who's not Muslim to the son of Amr ibn al-As, the one who hit him. He hit him in front of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He took his right. So he hit him. He said, now go and hit his dad, his father. But this man, because he saw Umar al-Khattab practicing justice, he said, Amir al-Mu'mineen, his dad did not hit me, so I hit whom he hit me. So I'm not going to hit Amr ibn al-As because he didn't do anything to me. He said, look Umar al-Khattab what he said. He said, his son hit you because of the position of his dad. The son hit you because of the position of his dad. So hit the dad as well. He said, Amr al-Mu'mineen, I'm sorry, I only hit whom hit me. And he looked at Amr ibn al-As. He did not look at the son. He looked at Amr ibn al-As, his leader to Egypt, after traveling 500 kilometers to be presented in front of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said, متى استعبدتم الناس وقد ولدتهم أمهاتهم أحرارا. How come you make people slave under your regime and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them ahrar, free? So are you practicing this dictatorship because your leadership? This is the justice system. And you know the word of Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar al-Khattab today is the first rule in the United Nations that people are free, people born as free. This is Umar al-Khattab sentence. It is the first rule in the United Nations. And this is exactly what Umar al-Khattab learned from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he treated Bilal al-Habashi. He did not look at the color of Bilal al-Habashi. He said, Bilal al-Habashi, his voice will come in the day of judgment. That he's muazzin. That he will be the muazzin in the day of judgment. So his color did not stop him from treating Bilal al-Habashi equally as he was treating others. Bilal from Habasha, Salman from Persia, Salman al-Farisi, Suhaib from Rum, Suhaib al-Rumi, and Umar al-Khattab Arabi. So Arabi, Rumi, Farisi, Habashi, no matter. The system is a system. No matter who's your Arabs or non-Arab, the system is system. And we treat everyone equally. When Abu Dharr was talking to Abu Bilal, and he said, you're the mother of the black, you're the son of the black mother. He said, إِنَّكَ امْرُؤٌ فِيكَ جَاهِلِيَّةٌ. You have a jahiliyyah in your mind. This is not from Islam. Islam called us to treat people with justice. So brother, this is the adl that Islam come to restore in the society after it was missed in Jahiliyyah time. And in today's world, we can see that it is really a shame. Prophet ﷺ, when he used to send an army, to send the leader of an army to a battlefield, he used to tell him, do not kill a child. Do not kill an old man. Do not kill an old woman. Do not kill a priest in his church. Do not cut tree. Do not fight except those who are fighting you. And if you take some prisoners, feed them وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. Look at today. The plane goes and hits. They call it the target. You see kids being a piece of meat. Kids dying in Syria. Now Russia on top of it's all countries now hitting. Iraq, you see kids dying, mothers, men, old men. They hit, they don't know where this bombs comes. They hit and they kill hundreds of people, innocent kids, dying on the shore, dying through the rockets, being shot, being slaughtered, kids, women, old men, trees being burned, Hiroshima, Kazakasi. So all this, you can see it and see the Islam. Islam tells us we only fight who's fighting us. We have a problem with those who want to establish unfairness and injustice. When Rabi ibn Amir was asked by Rustum, he's the head of Persia, he said, why are you coming to fight us? He's asking Rabi. And Rabi coming, a Bedouin man, coming to Rustum, Azim Faris, and he's the greatest person. And he said, why are you fighting us? He said, لقد ابتعثنا الله من لإخراج الناس من عبادة العباد إلى عبادة رب العباد ومن جور الأديان إلى عبد. So Allah sent us to take people from worshipping idols to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and from the unfairness and injustice for those people who claim themselves that they're following religions and they are not, to the justice of Islam, to the justice of Islam. So brothers and sisters, please, we might not be able to change the whole world around us. We cannot change the situation in Syria. It's becoming so complicated. We cannot change the situation in Iraq. It's becoming so complicated. Or in Myanmar, or in Kashmir, how many countries we're going to count? Libya, Egypt, Somalia, Sudan. How many countries we're going to count? We cannot change that. But you know what can we do? Restore justice everywhere. With your child. Prophet ﷺ, he said, if you bring your child a gift, bring the other kid's gift with the same cost. So if you give your child $10, give the rest $10. I will even in gift. If you're giving your son a gift or your daughter a gift, did you give the other? He said no. He said give the other. The same gift, same value of the gift. Let's start from the family. Treat your wife with justice. Treat your kids with fairness. Treat your neighbor with fairness. In your job, when you talk with fairness. Because sometimes people, they don't know the story and they start backbiting that person or slandering that person and they don't know. So be just when you talk. Be just when you act. Be just when you worship. You know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about those people who take partnership with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He said, يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. So taking partnership with Allah, this is a zulm. So there is a zulm in i'tiqad, in your faith, to believe in different gods. This is zulm that toward Allah, in i'tiqad. And also adl, when you say something, be adl. Don't backbite, don't say lies, and don't twist truth. Be fair. Whenever you say something, say the truth. Do what is right. Eat what is right. Be away from what's haram, because this is a practice in justice. And when you act with fairness. Do you have people working with you? Do you have employees working with you? Treat them with fairness. Treat them with fairness. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. If we restore justice in our society, if we see our masajid full of people because they know who's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they pay their due to Him by coming to the masjid, by practicing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us to do, then this is we're practicing justice. And if we practice justice, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. When we have the image of Umar, when we have the image of Uthman, when we have the image of Abu Bakr and Ali bin Abi Talib, that's being practiced on our daily life in terms of adala and be away from them, then I can tell you that our situation will be changed, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never change the situation of people till they change themselves. اللهم اجعلنا من المقسطين واجعلنا من الذين يحكمون بالعدل إنك سميع مجيب. وأقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. أستغفرك ربي لا أحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله اعلموا أن الله قد أمركم بأمر عظيم بدأ به بنفسه وسل به على ملائكة عرشه وسلس به على عباده الصالحين، فقال عز من قائل: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى من سار بهديه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الأربعة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي، واجعلنا اللهم في زمرتهم يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. Dear brothers and sisters, back homes, we're paying the due of the injustice systems that we established back home. So it was unfair and unjust system that was established back home. We were far from Islam, honestly. The regime in Syria, the regime here, and the regime in Iraq, we were far. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now wants to restore adala. Is it today or tomorrow or the day after? We don't know. But the adala will be restored again when we becoming closer to Allah. So the main issue, are we really the worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are we really fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Where are we? Where are our level? If you put yourself, if you really have a scale, and this scale from 1 to 10, put yourself, where are you from this scale? If you're a scale in 5 or in 4 or in 3, that means this is a danger. If you're a scale with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 6, 7, 8, try to increase it to hit 10 inshallah. And don't say it cannot happen. It can happen inshallah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا إِنَّ هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ يَهْدِي لِلَّتِي هِيَ أَقْوَمُ. So hold on the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you practice what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you to do, then inshallah you will be in the high scale. You will be in the high rank. And when you are in the high rank, then our situations completely will change inshallah. اللهم برحمتك نحدث وعليك نتكل، لا تكلنا لأنفسنا طرفة عين، وأخذ بناصيتنا إلى الخير. اللهم إنا نسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله، ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله. اللهم إنا نسألك العدل والإحسان، ونعوذ بك من الشر، ونعوذ بك من الظلم. اللهم ول أمورنا خيارنا، ولا تول أمورنا شرارنا. اللهم إنا نسألك حكاما عادلين، حكاما مقسطين، حكاما يرعون حق الله عز وجل. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الحكام الفاسدين، من الحكام الطاغين، من الحكام الظالمين. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تجعلنا من الذين يعدلون، اللهم ولا تجعلنا من الظالمين. اللهم ارزقنا العدل في القول والعدل في الفعل والعدل في الاعتقاد، ولا تجعلنا من الظالمين. اللهم لا تحبب إلينا الظلم ولا تحبب إلينا الظالمين، وحبب إلينا العدل، واجعلنا من الذين يقومون به آناء الليل وأطراف النهار. اجعلنا من الذين يقومون بالعدل في مساكنهم وفي أشغالهم وفي أعمالهم وفي مدارسهم وفي جامعاتهم. اجعلنا ممن يقولون فيعدلون، وممن يفعلون فيعدلون، وممن يؤمنون فيعدلون. إنك سميع مجيب. وقوموا إلى